G'day folks, welcome to Big VTV. Great to have you with us. State champ men and women.
What a round.
Mate, we're booming. We're booming this week.
I know, we're at Templestowe Leisure Centre.
Yep.
It's a nice home of the Boomers. I like this.
Why do you like it?
Well, I like that they have one venue now. Like we used to split between the Veneto Club and TLC here.
True.
But now this is their house.
Do you know why I like it?
Why do you like it?
Because they're 5 and zip.
And it's 5 minutes from your house to get here.
And it's 5 minutes. Nothing against Melton and Warren and Werribee the last couple of weeks, but look, it's great to be out at Bulleen, just celebrating with them at the moment. The men are flying, and I've got to tell you, we'll talk about the game in a moment.
Yep.
Best game of the season so far, bar none.
Absolutely.
Probably could end up being the best game of the whole season when it's all said and done as well.
Probably the best one in champ in my memory since that Eltham Waverley game
Final?
Yeah.
Yes. Couple of years ago?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very good. We'll talk about Bulleen in a moment, but we're out here looking after the Boomers.
Yep.
They're up and about at the moment. Great to see. Let's have a look at some state champ men. Diamond Valley 103 defeated Ringwood 94 now. Ringwood. Well, let's go Diamond Valley first. 2 wins to start the season, 2 losses. They bounced back. They're now 3-2. Ringwood are 1-4.
Yep.
Now, seriously, they've got a crunch game coming up this week. We'll talk about that in a moment. Their season's on the line right here, right now.
As of round 6.
As of round 6, Ringwood's season is on the line.
Well, look, I think normally this would probably be an early call, but this is champ men, and this year in champ men, you fall behind now. It's a long way to climb.
Bulleen's
back.
5 zip.
Yeah, that's right. I know. And you got Waverley at 4-1. You got 4 teams that are 3-2, and you got Ringwood at 1-4 already. Yep. And you know ring the bell.
The bell is ringing, and it might only be that they're 2 wins outside the top 4, but they've only won once so far in 5 games.
Right.
You mentioned a couple of weeks ago, and I think it just slid through to the keeper. I think it was just a slider, skidded off the deck and just slid through to the keeper, and no one picked it up.
Yep.
You said Ringwood's old and slow.
Yeah.
I think you might be right.
I think I'm right too. You got, they're a veteran side. And, credit to them for, they won the championship last year. They want to keep the team together, give it another crack. Hasn't worked. They don't have the cattle. It's quite simple.
Ringwood have now lost 4 straight games. Matt Fennell 19 points in this game. Matty Reynolds 16. Adam Moore 14 and 13. Sean Clark 26 and 10. Now he is a young gun for the future.
Oh, I like him.
Yep, got to keep getting more out of Sean Clark. Sam Belt 21 and 10. Brian Dewar 18 points. Matty Snowball 7 points, 9 rebounds, 12 assists. He flirted. That's called flirting with a triple double.
Yeah,
flirted. Diamond Valley get the win though.
Yep.
And the Eagles, they needed that, didn't they?
They did, just to get back on the winners list again. They'll be fine. I like their list, and I think they're look 3-2. It's a competitive competition, and we got a good game this weekend coming against Werribee.
Sherbrooke 64, Melbourne 52. Not a great exhibition of basketball, it must be said.
No, look, bottom 2 teams. They're comfortably the bottom 2 teams, and who's not going to come last this year? That was what this was for, I think.
It's not good when you put the word comfortably before bottom 2 teams, is it?
No, but it's true.
The Suns were the 27-11 last quarter. They darted home. Brian Moore 22 and 13. Robert Stone 14 points for Melbourne. Question without notice. How many Division 1 men's teams at the moment would easily look after the Suns?
Or just beat
the Suns and Tigers?
I can probably think of about 4
teams.
Maybe 3. Yeah, 3 or 4 teams.
Okay. You want to name them or?
No.
All right, fair enough.
Would you? No. Wouldn't you? How many have you got in your head?
I reckon there's probably a good 5, maybe even as many as 6 right now.
Wow.
And it could be a 1-point margin.
Oh yeah. But
I reckon the top 4 to 6 in D1 men are competitive enough for the bottom rungs, as we're seeing at the moment in state champ men. Hume City 83 went down to Waverley 101. Waverley's 56-33 middle quarters were very good. Waverley's 16 of 31 from the foul line. Now I know there's a few teams out there that we pick on. This is one of the best teams in the competition, ladies and gentlemen, and they couldn't get their act together from the foul line.
Oh look, 50-odd% in state championships, pretty unacceptable from the charity stripe. Gee whiz.
Hume City, they're on a bit of a downer, but I've got to tell you, Jamal Brown, he's been in ripping form.
Well, it's not his fault. He had 34 and 21. That is a massive game. Elliot Carr at 18, but Jamal Brown's carrying. Jermaine Maybank's still going to be a couple of weeks before he's right, as we know, and will do what he can.
JB the best centre in the competition right now?
Yeah,
he is, isn't he?
Yeah, it's not close either.
Brad Kelleher, 34 points in this game for Waverley. Very good game from Brad Kelleher. Ivan Platnik, the every week, every game, 22 and 12. We come to expect that from him.
Yep.
Waverley get the win on the road. Hume City, as I said, crunch game coming up for them this week. Waverley just continue to look good, don't they?
Oh, they do.
They had a hiccup against Werribee, but they look good.
Yeah, I think that was nothing more than a hiccup.
They've got a big game this week, mind you. Big game this week. Bulleen 104 defeated Corio Bay 101 in overtime. Now this was an absolute cracker of a game. Right here, by the way.
It was.
This is where it was. We're standing at the place of this great game. Best of the season so far for mine. Standurfer, 38 and 10 for Corey. Yeah. Mike Rose 22 and 8. So the stars came to play. Eric Williams 28 and 10. Stephen Osborne 20 points. He shot the 3 that put it into overtime.
Yep.
Marlo Hicks 18 and 13. Cracker of a game. Someone had to win. There was 29 points scored in overtime alone. That's how up and down this game was. It was a beauty.
Well, you keep hearing about the quality that this game was played at, and the level was just on, was just a rung above what we've come to expect. And you know, these two are arguably the two most talented teams.
Yep.
That doesn't necessarily mean that these two teams will be playing in the grand final, because I think Waverley are thereabouts. But you know, if that's a grand final preview.
Ooh.
What a grand final that'd be.
Ooh, nice.
What a series.
Werribee 70 went down to Eltham 73. We went down to the Furnace last week and they've lost at the Furnace, the Devs. What's going on?
Well, that's why.
I tell you what, you talk about players that are turning it on this season. The rotator.
Yep.
Scotty Cuff is on fire. 33 and 12 in this game. Johnny Lister 17 and 8, 5 assists as well. Muka Silva had 12 and 14 for Werribee. No Josh Oswald.
No, he is in China or Japan. I think China.
What, just a holiday?
Yeah, no, I think he's
having some noodles or
playing
something?
some basketball.
Oh, okay.
But look, they're going to severely miss him. Yeah. They're a small team as it is. Simon Bradbury would be their sole big now, and they're going to be pretty small.
You think Josh Oswald gets into the herbal tea and Tai Chi and that sort of stuff?
I don't think he does.
No?
No, he's a bit young for all that. He probably thinks it's rubbish.
He'd stand out in China too, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Well, but like, just say China or Japan? Where's he gone?
China.
China, okay.
Anyway, if you had picked at the start of the season who the leading scorer in the league would have been, I bet your Cuff wouldn't have been in your top 10.
Cuffy would not have been.
He wouldn't have.
He wouldn't have been in my top 5. May have scraped into 10th.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, the rotator's up and about, isn't he?
I know.
Let's have a look at the ladder, young man.
Bulleen 5-0.
Nice.
For lying. Waverley 4-1. Diamond Valley, Werribee, Corio Bay and Eltham all 3-2.
Now there's one team you didn't mention in that tier. You're about to mention them right now.
Hume City 2-3.
No, next one.
Got me. Ringwood 1-4.
Got me.
Ringwood 1-4.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that much at the moment, but I'm telling you, when you've won 1 of 5 games, it's a long way back right now. They've got to turn it around.
Sherbrooke are also 1-4 and Melbourne are 0-5.
Let's have a look at this week's games. Round 6 Saturday, Corio Bay, Sherbrooke. Stingers. Yeah, Stingers. Not going to be pretty. No. Do you reckon they will go full pelt, just 100%?
Yeah, I reckon they'll
blow it out.
Cream them. Yep.
What are you laughing at that for?
It's not going to be close.
Sherbrooke people will be watching this right now. They won't be happy with that sort of attitude.
They're going to get internet up in the dandy.
That's a fair way. That's a fair way, Sherbrooke to.
It is a fair hike. It is a fair hike.
Ringwood.
It's a long way to go for a loss. Oh, well, come on. Is that wrong?
I'll tell you what, if Sherbrooke get up and win this week...
we'll go up there and I will wear a Robin Hood outfit and play the flute for the majority of the champ show if Sherbrooke beat Corio Bay. Yep.
Have you seen the movie American Pie? Do you know what they do with the flute in that movie?
No.
Okay, have a look at that during the week, will you? Ringwood, Hume City.
I haven't seen it. It was a bit before my time.
Ringwood, Hume City. This is a crunch game. This is a massive game.
I think Ringwood are going to get it.
I've just got the flute on my mind at the moment. You think Ringwood will get it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't think Hume City can exploit Ringwood's lack of speed.
You don't think Hume City can exploit Ringwood's lack of speed? So you're saying Hume City are just as slow, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Look, I reckon it's all or nothing for Ringwood this week, and I'm with you. I think the Hawks will win at home. They need to have a big crowd. They need to have a lot of energy. They need to get that winning feeling back. Maddie Snowball's a fantastic playmaker in that team. They've just got to collectively get together, and it's on the line. The old Plums are on the line this week. They've got to get it done. I think Ringwood will win. Melbourne, Eltham. Eltham for mine as well. Sunday games, Waverley, Bulleen. Now this is a big game.
I'm wrapped because I'm playing at 12. This game's at like 2 o'clock.
Heading over?
Probably will try and head over. Or 2:30, I think it is.
We said last week Bulleen has a big test coming up. They've got 2 crunch games. They've beaten Cryo Bay. Now they take on Waverley.
Are they Waverley? Look, and this is how I see it. Bulleen are the upstart. Waverley are being an established, gun team of the last 5-6 years. If Bulleen can knock off Waverley, for mine they are the real deal, and there's no disputing that. And they still have an in to come, obviously.
So who are you going for?
Oh, gee whiz, it's tough. It's really tough.
Just tell us who you're going for.
But I don't know, mate. Who are you going to go for?
I'm going to go with Waverley at home.
I reckon Bulleen.
You can tell we've got no one from Bulleen around us at the moment. You think Bulleen will win?
Yeah.
Be a good game. Diamond Valley and Werribee, the last game of the round.
Diamond Valley.
Diamond Valley for me as well. I think they'll get up at home. Let's have a look at state champ women. McKinnon, Eltham. McKinnon 63 defeated the Wildcats 60. Holly Bowman missed a 3-pointer to tie the game up with about 13 seconds to go. Julie Brookhouse 15 points in this game. Hayley Munro 20 and 11. McKinnon get it, close game.
It was. Look, I saw obviously a bit of that. So Julie Brookhouse, I know we say it a fair bit, but each week she has to playmate for the team. She has to score. She has to defend the best player in the other team. Mate. She's a gun.
Yeah.
She's an absolute gun. And McKinnon, they really needed to get this one. 4-1 now. Encouraging signs. Yeah, they'll be all right. Eltham, they're just a really young side.
I think Eltham.
They're so young.
I think Eltham are going to be okay though this season.
Do you?
I do,
okay.
And I don't know that they've completely filled their roster yet. So maybe something else to happen there. Hume City 69 defeated Waverley 66. Sarah Wright made a 3-pointer with 14 seconds to go to get the win. No Sharon Milner, no Katrina Hibbert. Now for those that are asking questions as to where they are, Sharon Milner currently overseas.
South Africa.
South Africa.
South Africa.
I think she comes back in this weekend. We'll probably miss the game though. Katrina Hibbert.
That's very good.
South Africa. Yeah. Okay. Katrina Hibbert has had a bit of a niggle. You tend to get them when you're a little bit older.
Careful, mate.
How old's Katrina these days?
29.
She watches.
27.
I would have said 25, 26, something like that. A little bit of a niggle, but I think she's back on court this week.
Okay.
So keep an eye out for her.
Yeah. Well, not like they need her.
Having said that, they continue to win because let's not beat around the bush. Waverley strengthened up during the week.
Oh, they did. Bring in Michaela Domkins, legitimate WNBL player for a number of years at Canberra. She struggled with her shot a little bit. Still had 20 and 9, and it's a great 1-2 punch with Bridget Ardossi. And Ardossi's already been. She hasn't put up the numbers I thought she would have so far this season.
I think she's going to get better with Michaela around her.
There's going to be so much more room, and she's going to get good delivery inside as well. But the Broncos,
mate, they're flying.
Viv Sard 14 and 8, Yinka Ola Renouf 14 and 8. Jeez, their kids are good. Viv
Sard for me is the one that has really taken another step this season.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely, I agree.
They're bucking good, there's no doubt about that. The Broncos 69-66 over Waverley. Melbourne 49 went down to Diamond Valley 71. Now this was a major upset. Diamond Valley, first win of the season. Diamond Valley coming in were averaging 47 points a game. They hit 71 against Melbourne, who have been one of the best teams over the last few years. The Tigers have now lost their last 3. No Nicole Zammit in this game. No Izzy B. Where were they? What's going on?
I don't know.
Didn't play the weekend. Izzy B did not play the weekend.
Missing.
Well, obviously. MIA. What's the news?
Don't know what
Injured?
The news is.
Overseas?
I don't know.
Her and Christian went to the movies or something?
They potentially did. They potentially went to the movies. But Melbourne are up by, I don't know, 20 29 points or something.
In this game?
Well, yeah, they were up by heaps at halftime. And then there was like a massive turner, and obviously, Diamond Valley just stormed home. Big in, Carly Turner.
Carly Turner was very good. She had a great weekend.
Yeah.
Chloe Little, 20 points in this game. Carly Turner, 17 and 8. What can you tell us about Carly?
AIS athlete. I know she's going to be filling in every now and then. I don't know how regular it's going to be, but
they'll be hoping they get her a fair bit.
Yeah, she obviously makes a difference. Megan McIntyre for Melbourne at 10 and 13, but Melbourne is struggling.
Well, let's put it on the Tigers.
Struggling.
The Tigers are struggling big time.
Yep.
They're nowhere near where they were or where they need to be.
Yep.
They've got players missing in action, not sure where they are. They've lost 3 in a row. And for mine right now, not only will the Tigers miss the finals, but it is going to be a significant drop away. Something's going on down there. Something's not right.
Yeah, they're not clicking.
Do you know anything?
I don't know anything. I don't.
Hopefully they can bounce back. Usually we put the acid on them on Big VTV and they come out and bounce back. But
who are they playing? They could.
At the moment, we're not seeing the Tigers of old,
that we know,
if that's the right way to put it.
Yeah, you're right.
Sherbrooke 58 went down to McKinnon 73, so the Cougars bounced back with 2 wins. Cougars start with a 49-18 first half, all done and dusted. Alex Luff, have we mentioned her today?
No.
17 and 7. Tess Fury 13. Taryn Wilkin, her best game so far for the Suns, 24 and 12. McKinnon too strong, and they'll be happy to get 2 more wins on the board.
It's always good for a veteran team to get 2 wins in a single week, and it's encouraging in terms of their fitness level.
What would they do at training this week? Just ice baths?
They're crazy.
Maybe
No, honestly, they'll be
movie?
training a Tuesday and Thursday at breakneck pace. Yeah, they will.
They're vets, man. They'll be sitting around doing nothing tonight.
If you know those girls, you know they won't be doing that.
Diamond Valley, if you thought their performance was good against Melbourne, spare a thought for Bulleen, because Diamond Valley hit 71 again on Sunday. They defeated Bulleen 57. Bulleen had been in a bit of form, the Boomers.
They certainly did. Good young group that they're travelling along nicely and exceeding expectations, but DV have come in.
They jumped from last, 2 wins, to 6th on the table. Carly Turner comes in. We might be talking about DV for a number of weeks now.
Well, that's right. Well, Carly Turner had 13 and 13, Katie O'Neill had 18, and Funda Nakasoglu had 13 for Bulleen.
I just want to repeat again.
Young players running around.
Just want to repeat again that Diamond Valley in their first 4 games, all losses, averaged 47. 2 wins on the weekend, they averaged 71. That's a massive, massive turnaround.
I'm feeling it.
Confidence.
I'm feeling it.
Confidence ladder.
Hume City 6-0.
No one can stop them. No one can stop them.
Without the vets.
No one can stop them.
McKinnon 4-1, Ringwood 3-1, Bulleen 3-2, Eltham 3-4. Diamond Valley and Melbourne are 2-4, Sherbrooke 1-4, Waverley 1-5.
Keep an eye out for Waverley. I know they're 1-5, but they're going to get stronger. Still, George is starting to come back in as well, so keep an eye on them. Taylor Dickinson. So keep an eye on Waverley. They might be 1-5 at the bottom, but they will improve. Melbourne is shot to bits. They're gone for mine. Diamond Valley on the improve. Eltham, for me, are the one that may still have a player or two to come, and I reckon that they could still put pressure on that top 4.
Okay.
Let's have a look at the games coming up this week. Round 6, Saturday, Ringwood, Hume City. Big game. It's 3rd versus 1st. Hibbert for mine to come back in. I don't think Milner will be available to the final.
I reckon Ringwood are going to win. I reckon Ringwood could do it. I just think that this is the biggest test Hume City have faced so far, apart from maybe McKinnon, but Ringwood are a good team. If they heat up, it could be curtains for their Hume Cities.
Can I say this about Ringwood?
Undefeateds,
And I said the same thing last year. They got 2 very good imports. JD Rooney, Amber Hegg, both having wonderful seasons. If they can create some depth around those 2 players, they're a championship contender, big time. Big time, genuine contender. They just need some depth around those 2. They need other players. Fantastic. We need to see them stepping up in games like this. No use stepping up against the lower rungs. We need to see those other players step up and help out the imports against a Hume City. If they do that, they're a big chance. But there is no way I'm getting off the Hume City bandwagon.
Okay,
sticking with them.
Fair enough.
Sherbrooke, Bulleen.
Bulleen for me.
Boomers to bounce back for me. Eltham, Melbourne.
I'm going to go Eltham.
I've got a feeling this game is going to have some massive significance this week for both of these teams. I'm going Eltham at home. This could be a game that we talk about a fair bit next week. That's all I'm saying.
See you then.
McKinnon, Diamond Valley on Sunday.
McKinnon.
Diamond Valley, very good on the weekend. Diamond Valley, young, up against the Vets. The Vets will be sitting down, you know, smoking the peace pipe this week. A couple of icicles at training, sitting around. They'll be on their beanbags tonight, taking it easy. The young guns at Diamond Valley will be up and down the court, working their backsides off.
Vets.
Yeah, I think McKinnon will win as well. See you next week.